12. Graph f of x. So let's graph f of x first. I'm going to put that in pink right here. So f of x is 3x minus 6. That means the y-intercept is -6. So I start on the y-axis, -6. I start there. And now my slope is, where's my slope here? 3. It's 3, right. And we want to put that in a fraction. So as you said, it's going to be 3 over 1. That means up 3 to the right 1. Because these are positive numbers, right? Positive in the rise, it's always rise over run. Positive with the rise will be going up. Positive in left and right direction will be to the right. So from that starting point, that -6, I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3 over 1. That's right here. Then we just keep repeating that. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. All right, so there it is. That's my original f of x. But we also need to graph the inverse of f of x. So how do we find the inverse? I'm going to take my original equation and replace f of x with the y. So I'm going to write y equals 3x minus 6. Now, do you remember how you would find the inverse?
You plug one of them in for x.
All right, so Dan's right. You switch the x and the y. So the y and the x, you're going to switch. I think you're talking about the next problem. But right here, we just switch x and y. So instead of writing y equals 3x minus 6, I'm going to write x equals 3y minus 6. I literally switch where the x and the y were. Then, from here, I need to solve for y. I got to get y by itself. So how am I going to solve for y? Add 6 to both sides. That gives me x plus 6 equals 3y. And now here's the part where a lot of people mess up. What do I need to do to get y by itself right here? Divide by 3. Now, that means I need to divide every term by 3. I saw a lot of people in the very first test only dividing like the x by 3 or dividing the 6 by 3. So when I divide everything by 3, that's going to give me 1 over 3x plus, what's 6 divided by 3? 2 equals, and I'm not going to write y because originally I was looking for the inverse, right? So I'm going to write f of -1, x like this. That's going to be my inverse right there. You can't say this y also equals 1 over 3x plus 2 because then you're saying that these are the same graph, and they're not. Okay, so now we need to graph this 1 over 3x plus 2 because that's the inverse. Where's my y-intercept here? 2, positive 2. So I'm going to go to positive 2 right there. And what is my slope here? 1 over 3, which means I'm going how many spaces up? 1. And how many spaces to the right or left? 3 to the right. So then from there I'm going up 1 over 3, boom. Up 1 over 3, and then we go in the opposite direction because we ran out of space. And then right there. And that's it.